My clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go. Owers and tastemakers make us no taste.
Fuck it. I'm in a pissy mood.
I thought you were opening with that clip.
No, it's the donation sound effect. All right, look. Sad times are over. All of my Christian type actions are through. Well, maybe not, because I had to apologize to Turkey Tom because I was a bad boy and I leaked his DMs because I thought he was being a fucking prick, and then fucking Willie yelled at me. And then I watched Deji make a jerk off of himself and stretch a video to fucking 10 minutes with poor Etika's death. I should have done that. I should have monetized the Etika video.
Smash Bros, Etika, Smash Bros.
It's not a good day. It's unbelievably hot in Europe. I'm watching all these. Is Comment Cop in there? Say ho. Is he in there? And then I don't know what the hell's wrong with XSplit. It sucks now. It used to be a good program. Fuck if I know. And then all these jerk-offs are running around and are like, oh, I don't like memeology. I'm going to make it out that he killed this kid. Like, what's the matter with you?
Fucking mental.
I got a problem with Kavos. He didn't believe it. I have to pile on and make him feel already worse than he already fucking does. I wish I had your insight. I wish I could have seen that I wish I had psychic powers. You know, I talked to a fucking doctor today. He said noticing these signs of suicide, it's pretty much a guess, even if you're a doctor. So apparently Keemstar killed this kid too. What is wrong with you people?
The Washington Post, I would think that.
Yeah. Keemstar took a sip of his ginger ale, and then he kicked it over, and Etika tripped on it. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Doc, I'm drinking seltzer. Don't kill yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
This is outrageous. And yes, the reason I got into a fight with Turkey Tom is because he was doing it too. Now, I talked to him. Why am I getting feedback? I don't know. Why am I getting feedback? I'm getting it from Nick. Am I? I don't know.
Still?
Oh, fuck if I know. Let me check. I don't know. No, you're not. Ah!
I'm eating popcorn.
Oh, that must be it. Yeah, Keemstar had popcorn on his desk. There's so many things you can get that guy for. Like, tons of things. Like, lots of things. The guy willingly came on and did an interview. Keemstar deals with every liar, piece of crap YouTuber on the planet. And happens to be one of them, too. Is it so misguided? Is it so implausible that maybe, just maybe, he was faking it? And now, all you jackasses that kept your mouth shut, now Keemstar should have known? Now Memeology should have known? Now Kavos should have known? Are you out of your friggin' minds?
I agree people are weaponizing the topic, but you're also joining that party with this stream. Oh my fucking god, these people are so stupid. These people are beyond dumb. Just because you put Etika in a video, or just because you say Etika's name, doesn't mean you're milking the topic. There's a difference between making 52 hours of fucking content.
It's the only topic!
Or making a video stretched out to 10
Every
minutes.
YouTuber...
Or being McCrudden to come on there and use his situation to say that there's too much mob mentality because this motherfucker used vape pens. Like, then just covering it and calling other people
who
assholes.
Said that? What would you like me to cover? We'll switch the whole show right now and pretend like it's not going on.
Oh my god.
Kavos feels fucking terrible. Where's comment cop? I'm exposing your DMs. Fuck you.
It's okay for you, but not okay for them.
Yeah.
These are different context matters, you fucking moron.
Die.
No, what they really think is that we've been live, but not with the
We
public
just started,
for the
you
last
jack
week.
fuck. We're not that asshole that smiled when he died. We did a 1 hour stream trying to talk to fans. We upended our whole fucking show. Here's our show, guy. Here's our real show. All we do is make jokes and crack stuff. So we decided to put it all aside and do something nice and decent for a change. I saw fucking Antonio and Gamer from Mars, two guys I love getting in a fight, and I was Mr. Christian, and I was like, turn the other cheek, fellas. Break it. It's over. I'm done. Look at this Pyro Joe, who I'd never heard of today, by the way.
These people...
Pyro Joe, because I'm exposing your DMs, guy. I'm sorry, comment cop. He deleted his tweets. Thank God. Exhibit A of people who don't care until you're actually dead. Fuck this guy and fuck anyone who shuns mental health problems. Well, I'm about to read you Kavos' tweet, and he doesn't shun mental health problems. He just didn't buy it. That's all. He didn't buy it. And judging by the fact on the 2nd of June, Etika asked when he should have his mental breakdown, and somebody said the 20th is a good idea, and he said, I'm going to write that shit
money,
down.
I guess, for a person of color.
Yes, hi, person of color. Thank you, high as a kite. Here's what Kavos replied to Keemstar with. What the fuck is wrong with him? I know he might have some problems, but he really seems to be doing this for attention. I'm not sure what to believe. It seems. That wasn't a definitive statement, Pyro Joe. The guy, everybody's acting like Keemstar put him on the interview just to make fun of him. The way when I watched the interview, Etika was making fun of Keemstar. That was the best part. He made Keemstar look like an idiot. He looked like he was having that was the one convincing thing.
He was in control.
You called this thing. You thought it was real right from the beginning when he went missing, right? You even thought that was a work back when the interview in April. I know, right, Travago?
Yeah.
In April, you thought it was a work.
I went back and forth on it. I'm not fucking ashamed to say that looking at this thing from a wide-angle lens, I didn't know what was going on in his fucking head, and I speculated on it.
Oh my God! I thought it was work too. I don't think I'm a horrible person.
It's you know what? Del Hunty had a great. I know you don't like Del Hunty, but he says it's so easy to look at this right now, look back on everything else, and say what we did wrong. Hindsight's a beautiful fucking thing.
They're all making hindsight arguments. I got to be honest with you. I read that article. Think about what you would have to do. Like, I should be celebrating that they finally cut an article on. I almost threw up when I read that article in the Washington Post about Keemstar. I almost threw up. He took a ship.
The problem is these people are just fucking stupid. Listen, I'm going to blow your minds right now. I said this last night, so if you watch Augie's show, my apologies. Probably going to repeat myself right here. But a lot of these idiots come out and say, like, your comments, the reason, like, memology is the reason he fucking killed himself. That's completely wrong. Keemstar is not the reason he killed himself. But a lot of people are saying stuff like, you know, if one person just reached out to help him...
Bullshit, they did! He told them to go fuck!
A lot of people reached out to him!
Adam tried!
Your comment in his comment section wasn't going to bring him back. I'm sorry he's gone. I'm sorry you guys are looking for answers. I'm sorry you guys are trying to piece this together because no one really knows what fucking happened. A man killed himself. That's what happened.
I'll give you guys some space, all right? I understand when stuff like this happens, people go nuts and they look for something to blame because they think that's going to make themselves feel whole again. This
is their way of coping.
Yes.
Blaming memology.
Yeah, but I got to be honest with you. Whether you have the best of intentions or not, and Tom swore up and down that he did, it's wrong. I told fucking, and I didn't offer fucking Tom that courtesy because I was sick of his fucking act, but I did offer Gamer from Mars that courtesy, but I was in a better mood. And I tried to tell him. It's like fucking, he said, try to convince people. I did. It's like, look, you know, and I saw memology. He's like, listen, you can criticize me all you want, but I'm still a man. I did not kill him. And he's right. Criticize him like a man. Criticize the fact how wrong he was.
I don't want to have to pull him.
Criticize how wrong he was. Don't criticize. Don't make the fucking next leap like he was responsible, like Keemstar was responsible. And look at this
What
jerk
do you want
off.
me to do? Do you want me to pull up his own video? Do you want me to pull up Etika's own video where in the video he says, I never felt suicidal before, and then he thinks it went a little too far? Like, he admits there was a certain level of not real in that last outbreak. Like, he admits he went a little too far. If he went too far, then not everything was real. In his own video.
Here's his Pyro Joe, who's a real rotten fuck. Boy, if Kavos and Memeology are rotten, look at it. Give it a rest, mate. The bottom line is you claim multiple times that you think he's faking it. Yeah, he thought he was. So did I. I thought he was. You know why? Because he looked like he was making a show of it. And it was a pretty good show. You go on Keemstar, you make him look like a dope. Claiming that I shun mental health problems. He clearly said he didn't know what to believe. It was completely plausible at the time. Totally and completely plausible that this could have been an act.
This was the same time Etika was strapped to a gurney, screaming, "We made it!
Thank you.
We made it!"
Now this poor kid's dead. And there are guys, I mean, some of these people are just pissed and they want to blame somebody. But I got to be honest with you, it's fucking wrong. Especially if you're using it to destroy somebody. Oh, Etika died. I could use this against a YouTuber I hate. I think that's just as fucked up as McCrudden doing it before they were dead. Like 3 minutes after. Monetized.
That's a lot of money, I guess, for a person of color.
Nick farted in Brooklyn and my neighbor strangled his cat. Fuck you, Nick. Why do you hate Jews? That's a good question, Nick. Why do you hate Jews? By the way, this is our show most of the time. I don't understand how it's that seems heartless to me. That seems heartless to me. Now, in fairness to Memeology, he went hard. And some of those jokes were cruel. All right?
He quadrupled.
That's a lot of money, I guess, for a person of color.
I'm Jay Station, the worst commentator at 3 a.m. Here's one thing about Jay Station that I will stick up for him for. It was a horrible thing what he did to clickbait that. Basically what he was saying, although he wasn't very articulate about it, is you guys, you come in and you point your finger at me, right? But all you're here for is for me to enrage you so you can go back and play like you're better than me. You're not any better than me. And he's right. Now, it was still wrong to do that. Even in that context, it was
That's
wrong.
a lot of money, I guess, for a person of color.
I took a long, hard think and tweeted, I really wished it was at work. I am sad it was not. No one is to blame. Next to car crashes and suicide is the #1 killer of people under 25. Well, there you go. God damn. Like, how could you use this?
Ridiculous.
Pyro Jolie, he didn't even stand by this shit. They're all deleted. And I wouldn't know about it until a comment
I can't stand for Jay Station's video.
I don't stand for the video, but I don't
use it as an apology.
You're exactly
video,
right.
Dude.
No, I'm saying, but what he said or tried to say was right. You're not any better than me. You're just as sick, as disgusting as I am. At least I do it on the surface. You do it passive aggressively, and I can't agree more. I can't agree.
I don't think there was anything wrong with Jay Station's approach. He made a solid point. How about he tied it to the fact that he made a fake prank that he was almost murdered last week, a noticeably fake prank on his own account. So he mixed reality and a fucking scam, came on there and talked a bunch of shit.
Hey,
what?
Hey, listen.
He used it as an apology. He used Etika's death to try to say, I'm sorry for all that stuff I did, man. Man, I thought I was going to die, man. Like, oh, you know, like,
hey,
I don't want people to make those videos on me.
I can't.
So I'm make one on you.
I can't disagree with him. I've talked to Jay. I actually like Jay personally. He's okay personally. All right. And what he did was terrible. I'm just talking about it. I just make it clear. I'm just talking about his point. You're coming and judging me. You're doing the same shit. I'm just on the surface about it. I'm just a scumbag on the surface. You're a covert scumbag. But by that point was not lost on me. But should he have done that? Should he put that in the thumbnail and sit there and lecture people and then turn it into some weird apology? No. He should have left it alone. He probably should have just said, look,
I almost think McCrudden's video was worse.
Well, McCrudden's video was worse.
Yeah.
He made it about himself.
McCrudden's like, yeah, I've been getting a lot of shit ever since I put that fucking vape ad in that guy's death video. I can't imagine why. People keep sending me death threats every time someone dies.
Yeah.
Mob mentality.
That's what it was, too. Everybody thought Jay Station was doing.
Maybe you shouldn't have had a good old-fashioned cigarette, you piece of shit.
When I first saw the thumbnail, I refused to click on it because I thought Jay was definitely did it. I even predicted that he would do it. But he did something almost worse.
Yeah,
It was almost fucking worse.
that was the worst apology video.
Oh, God.
Colossal's completely correct.
Yeah, it was ever. I mean, he could have took the operators all he had to do is this: make a thumbnail, put himself in it, and said, "I wish you thought better of me. I'm never doing that again. I learned my lesson," and he would have gained subs. You know that? He could have put Etika in the title, put his own picture in there. I was like, "Look, I really wish you'd have thought better of me. I learned my lesson. What I did was wrong. You know, I'm sorry. Rest in peace, Etika." And end the video. He's gaining subs. There's nothing you can do with that. Thank you, member, for becoming a member. Seriously, I'm not kidding. Look. Look, member became a member.
We had user and member become members today.
Look at that. There you go.
I don't know. I think the fucking biggest offender. Wait, Jay made a second video?
Yeah, he did. Probably wondering why he's losing subs.
I don't know. I can't tell. Who's the worst person here? Is it what the fuck's her name? The girl who went on D Live, collected linos and donated it to charity. I don't think her. She wasn't.
I think
she wasn't that. Brittany Venti wasn't that bad. I would say J Station, Deji, and McCrudden are up for the worst video. I honestly don't know who to give it to.
Wait.
Then I think Lookner just soars right above them.
Brittany has no chill. Did you see what she did to Slasher?
Brittany Venti, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my God, that guy went after her and
he asked her out a date like a month early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's still DMing her after all this.
Yeah.
He's still going on.
I gotta. See, I think because I'm giving Art the benefit of the doubt, right? Because A, I talked to him, and B, he's never freaked out like this before. Never.
Hey, it's Review Tech USA.
There he is.
Richard Masucci.
But I want to go over this thing because I think it was wrong. But this is more of a criticism. I know Art, and if I had to guess,
oh my God,
yeah, YouTuber Antonia Chavez, who is the most notable for being a super critic of other creators, repeatedly mocked and harassed YouTuber Etika. Harassed.
That's what Tom was saying. Turkey Tom said that he was
harassing,
guilty of harassment. Absolutely guilty of harassment. I don't think so.
Harassment? He made a crowd. Let's say we live in a world where Etika is still alive. Is that really harassment? Are we, Turkey Tom? Are we like you really want to use? You want to give the keys to the SJWs, Turkey Tom? Because once you start calling this shit harassment, we all have a consensus about it. They're gonna say all the shit you do is harassment, Turkey Tom. Like, nobody gets it. Nobody gets when you go this far, it's going to be used against you and other creators. He repeatedly mocked and harassed YouTuber Etika. Harassed Etika the months leading to his suicide. He repeatedly made basic claim that Etika was lying about this meta problem. Well, he repeatedly made his opinion that he thought he was faking it. He says this scumbag nothing effective. He fooled you. Not us.
It's out.
What?
I was gonna say.
What's out?
It's out.
What?
The video we heard about previously.
Who?
Slazo's out.
Yeah.
Slazo's out.
I'm putting it
What did he say about Etika?
No.
That's a lot of money, I guess, for a person of color.
All right. Did we cover that?
His side of the rape story is out.
Oh, his side's out. Oh.
It's 26 minutes. We can't.
Yeah.
But
No. Okay. Well,
I'm sure that's a topic for another day.
Yeah. Oh, well, we'll see how he screwed that up the way today's
It's
going.
titled My Side.
Etika asked for money.
I've heard it's good.
He's an ungrateful e-beggar. Like, Etika didn't have to e-beg. God, he had people handing him money.
I think he complained one time that he made $30 on a stream. That was...
Yeah, I don't think Etika was an e-beggar. All right, look.
No.
At months leading to his suicide, he harassed the YouTuber Etika. The months. See, this is the thing. Is this a typo? For the months leaving? Are you suggesting that he killed him, or is you just leave out the word for?
A lot of people are suggesting he killed him.
Yeah. I didn't. Oh.
It's fucking disgusting, dude.
Oh,
it's
here's okay. Those tweets are real, but I never used targeted harassment. Is he tagged in any of them? I don't think he tagged Etika in these. Did he? He's talking to Tipster in one of them. He's replying.
One of them says Josh liked, so Bo Blacks enjoyed it.
Okay. Really? Where's that?
Yeah, where is it? I saw it yesterday.
Oh, Bo
It's like,
Blacks,
Josh liked.
We got you again. We got you again, Josh. It sounds
because
like
I think there's a lot of Joshes on Twitter.
And by the way, guess who says he's wrong? Hey, here's what he writes. I'm fine. I need to live with whatever criticism comes my way. But they're saying I wanted him to die, which is untrue. Criticize me for those tweets, but don't fabricate BS. Where did I say you wanted him to die? See, I took this the same way he did. Etika, the months leading to his suicide, but I think it's just a typo.
It's a bad typo. It's one that you correct yourself and don't have to defend
That's a bad typo.
later.
Because that's the way I took it. I went to Art Presley. Guys, don't fight, mourn. We lost one of our own. It's time for sorrow, not for hate. I do think fucking Art was livid when, you know. And Memeology does deserve criticism, but I mean, at some point, like, this is like hours after the announcement. Like, you can't wait a fucking day. I mean, we waited a day to go berserk.
Everybody's infighting.
Like, we waited a day. We tried to do talk. I even said, like, no hate today. None. Zero. I don't get it. I don't get how, like, I'm supposed to be an internet scumbag. Hey, everybody, cool out. Keemstar. Let's not blame our own. Don't blame Keemstar, like, and everybody else. My turn to carry the fucking torch. For fuck's sake. What else we got? Should we watch fucking, what's his name's video? Slazo, my side. You want to watch Slazo's video? What do we
it's
watch?
long, but if you want to watch it.
Put a 1 in the chat for Slazo, 2 for McCrudden. It's up to you. Because I've said everything I have to say. And we're only half an hour in. The problem is that too many shithouse YouTubers think they know everything and they know nothing. Well, that's the truth. But you're old like me, Riveter. Oh, wow. It's
tied
split.
up so far. No twos, ones.
1. Ooh, there's a lot of ones there.
1.
Ones have it. All right. We're going to the second portion. We're going to watch part of Laszlo.
Looks like there's receipts in here.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the second part of the podcast.
Do you want to put it on like 1.5 if that's audible?
What do you mean? No.
Let me test it and see.
No, because we'll tease it and then watch them the other half. You know what I mean? Could probably do 10 minutes. You know what I mean?
All right.
You really should hit this kid's video. Does he put ads in there? No. All right, so Laszlo was killed, accused of sexual assault without really any...
Slazo was killed.
One of those fucking days. What can I tell you? Don't make fun of me. Don't make fun of me. Watch the chat, monkey, like you're supposed to. Here we go. My side. All right, buddy. It's rape time.
I wanted to make a video regarding the situation. As of a couple weeks ago, some of you might be wondering why I took so long to make this response. That's mainly because I wanted a good but belated response.
He said good and then fucked it up and left the edit in.
That's how you know it's raw.
I've got a list of things here that I want to talk about. So I didn't want to rush it. Basically, I didn't want a terrible, crying, early apology. That becomes so infamous. And on top of that, a lot of the things being said are just blatantly untrue. And when I first saw them, I wasn't sure how to respond. It took me a while to recoup from this and think about how to go forward. It really shocked me. Firstly, I just want to apologize to Che, to my friends, my family, everyone involved in this situation.
Hey, in the past, you apologize. Thank you for doing this. Sometimes you get owned.
It's been hard on everyone, and I'm certainly no saint here. I certainly have made my mistakes.
Rape time.
So I'm going to be brutally honest. I'm going to just give my side as I see it, and I ask that you watch this whole video before reaching any conclusions.
Hey, look, the videos, the likes are on his side.
That's my only request.
I'm not watching your whole video.
Still early, though. It's not even 26 minutes in.
Okay.
So, a couple weeks ago, my ex, Che, also known as Fizzipop, on Twitter released a statement regarding our relationship. This was a just shy of 1 year relationship. It lasted from 2016 to 2017. We live in neighbouring cities, and we're about 3 hours apart by train. And my parents were unaware of this relationship.
Neighboring cities and three-part... Jesus Christ, they really live in the outback. Did you hear that? Neighboring cities 3 hours apart. It's not like Jersey. You walk 2 blocks and go through 3 towns.
They're very religious, and I knew that if I told them I was going to see my girlfriend, they wouldn't have let me. So I told my parents that I was seeing my friend Harry in Sydney, and I was only able to go and visit her because Che convinced her mother to lie to my mother over the phone and spin the whole Harry story.
All right, we've all done that as kids.
So we could see each other maybe once every month.
I used to have this this girl in high school we went with. She smoked a lot of cigarettes. She sounded like an old Jew. And then what we used to do is we'd have her call her mom. Yeah, don't worry, they're staying over my place. That's how we got out of it. Yeah, I've done that. So both these guys are minors at the time. Let's keep that in mind. We've already established that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or 2.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm going to use as few jump cuts and as few edits in this video as I can, but I do have a stutter, and I usually edit this out, but
Well,
I'm just going to keep it to a minimum as long as it's watchable. So getting right into the specifics, Che made this twit longer about me and about her grievances with our relationship, and let's get into it. So basically, at the beginning, she states that she had intentions to wait until 16 before doing anything. I never got this impression. She never said this to me. She never implied it.
She didn't do it either.
In fact, very early on in a Skype call, she said to me,
That's a lot of
"Nobody
money, I
needs
guess,
to know,"
for
when I
a
asked
person
her
of
if she
color.
wanted to wait to
Thank
do
you.
anything. So I'm not sure why she said that and why she thinks that, or if she does. And now, obviously, I don't have a recording of a Skype call from like 2016, but I do have plenty of evidence from very early on in the relationship where she clearly made no intention to wait until 16. That was never clear to me. I never got that impression,
Should we
and
look
I
at those
don't know why.
DMs? Kind of should look at those DMs. Huh? How are you, baby?
You want me to pull them up and read them?
Yeah, I got him. How are you, baby? Oh, please. I'm kind of horny tonight. Uh-oh. I share a room and help me. That sucks. I want to feel you so badly. I hate being so needed. She left. I'm in the room alone. All right, there goes the I wanted to wait till I'm 16 narrative.
To wait until 16. That was never clear to me. I never got that impression, and I don't know.
I can see why you didn't get that.
What's this one? Wait, they said they know I have a boyfriend. My friend was like, "You getting late or something?" I died. I'm just I'm so excited. Slazo goes, is he right though? Che goes, I wish.
What?
Right opinion called this one.
She's saying that. There was a very two-way thing here, albeit a very awkward teenage two-way thing, but it was a two-way thing.
And you're both teenagers.
Most of the messages I won't release for both of our sakes. They're kind of inherently embarrassing, but
That's a lot of
they
money,
definitely
I guess,
exist,
for
and
a
I
person
never
of
got this
color.
impression.
Sorry to bring it up, but I really do passively racist boogie.
There's actually one message where she says that she wants to wait until
Subtly.
16 before doing anything, and that is from January 2018.
All right, let's pause. I'm waiting till I'm 16. Wait a minute. I'm waiting till I'm 16 to do anything at the moment, so I don't get anyone hurt. This is the last thing I want is to be hurt someone. Well, sex until 16 anyone. Which is a few months away. Good, I'm getting old. Oh, wait a minute. Now, that doesn't make sense. She's waiting till she's 16. What? I don't know. I don't get that. Hold on.
What's the timestamp?
Yeah,
That is
that's
that you
2018 now. All right, let's go back a little bit and listen instead of fucking goofing on him.
Exist, and I never got this impression. There's actually one message where she says that she wants to wait until 16 before doing anything, and that is from January 2018, after our relationship ended. So
Oh. So after they broke up, I'm waiting until.
I guess she bought her virginity back.
maybe this is what she meant. I'm not sure how it's too relevant.
It's not.
We'd broken up, but we intended to get back together after I moved out, which never happened. But she could be referring to this, but if she is, I don't know why. This
She's
is
a liar
after the
already.
relationship. This is after all these things she's saying. Next, she goes on to describe our first date, where she says, Michael, on our first date, touched me in a cinema, despite me never kissing someone before. I assumed this was normal, although I was uncomfortable by it and let it happen.
That's a lot of money, I guess,
when I read
for
it at
a
first,
person of color.
because it's not really how it happened. It's true that we did meet on our first date, and we did go to the cinema. That much is true. And it was very awkward. We'd only talked online before that. Neither of us really knew what we were doing too well.
Sounds like teenagers.
We went into the cinema. We had our first kiss. Our teeth hit each other's. Neither of us knew what we were doing. And I was willing to call it quits there when she pulls my hand down and says to touch her. Which
Well, see, that's your word against hers, though, isn't it?
Keep going.
is a pretty long way from how she portrays it in her version of the story. In fact, she was actually the one who brought up the entire idea of doing anything in the cinema. It was her idea, and
I probably won't be there long this week. Oh well, but maybe we could have some fun in the cinema. I hope so. I hope so too. I can't wait to see you. It's going to be amazing. I don't believe her. You're right. She's sexual. She's acting like the big prude that was forced into this. She was a, kind of, and then she's overtly sexual. In 2016. So this is a 14-year-old dating a 16-year-old. Unbelievable. Somebody probably talked her into Me Too in this guy.
I had no reason to believe she wasn't.
We don't know yet.
Let's in on this as I was. So
Sure.
I'm not sure why.
Yeah, you're right.
Why she made it look like this. And I think it's worth mentioning that
She goes, I'm not sure why. I should try to fuck you over, asshole.
These are all checkable lies, though. I don't know why. Why would you do this?
Because they think they can override it. They'll call him a bad guy for fucking defending himself. Maybe we can have some of the cinnamon. I was uncomfortable by it. Yeah, it doesn't make much sense.
Made it look like this. And I think it's worth mentioning that I thought this was completely normal at the time as well.
Kind of
This
is.
is my first relationship, unless you count a week-long year 9 relationship where the most we did was hold hands on the way home. So unless you count that, this was my first real relationship, and I had no idea what to expect. And now, before we move forward, I do want to mention that she mentions in this bit that she's never kissed someone before. This confused me, because that's not the impression I had. In fact, when we were walking around the streets of Sydney while we were dating, we passed by a Woolworths or something, and she told me a story from what happened outside that Woolworths once, where she and an ex-girlfriend of hers kissed in front of some religious guy preaching about gay marriage. So unless she told that same lie to me and a friend of mine who heard the same thing, then...
Well, she probably doesn't consider a kiss of a girl that sexual, if I had to guess.
I'm not sure why you would lie about that. And on top of this, on the same note, she also mentions later in the post that she's never been in a relationship before. This isn't the impression that I was under. I was under the impression, from these screenshots here...
Really tired. Please, babe. I'm not a big fan. I'm just okay with your music. I'm not happy. I do not like 21P. Breaking up with you. My ex dumped me because I didn't know one of...
Yeah.
I can't see it. Yep. So she had an ex.
I was invited to a server with people I knew before I met you. It was awkward, so I joined. I didn't want to be rude. 2 of the guys in there were my exes.
She's not credible anymore.
No, she's not.
That she's had at least
Sounds
2
like
boyfriends and
me
1
too.
girlfriend before we ever met. So I'm not sure why she would say this, and she had more relationship experience than me when we began dating, for what it's worth. Hey guys, it's me from One Day in the Future here. I just had some things I needed to clear up a bit better, and
I found more lies.
I've never jump cut into a hoodie before, but
I'm such a lame-o. I'll dig out the old shirt from my...
he kind of looks like he's in a relationship with I Am Alex the way he's wearing that.
I just re-record a bit of this video. So, in this next bit of her statement, Che says that I got touchy-feely in a park and I was making unwanted advances while she was crying and asking me to stop, and that I moved her hands to touch myself. This makes me sound like a monster, and if it did happen, I would be a monster. But this isn't how it happened. What did happen was
That's
this
a
was
lot
a
of money,
very...
I guess, for a person of color.
These weren't the Harvey Weinsteins you were looking for.
awkward but mutual situation, where she describes I moved her hands to touch me. She did that of her own volition, and she even mentions this in Discord messages from after we met.
Well, see, how do we know that it's like 12/14/2016? Haha, that was good. That I felt you a little. Yeah, it's just checkable lies, I guess. Like, I don't know, but we don't know that it was the same day. I mean, it's her word against his there. You know what I mean?
Met up in person, so yeah, I'm not sure why she would lie about that. And the way she talks about what happened at that...
Somebody told him to say that. You know that? I'm not sure.
Oh, he got coached. He absolutely was coached.
Yeah. It doesn't matter whether he did or it didn't. It doesn't make it any different. But somebody told him, I'm not sure why. To fuck your life up. It's real simple.
Park is very different from how she says it publicly. She is very much on board with it, with the messages from the time where it actually happened. And the way she talks about it then is very different from the way she talks about it in hindsight. I had absolutely no reason to suspect that she didn't want what was happening, or that she wasn't on board.
£2, that's a lot of money per person.
Board with it. She even mentions doing other things, and I had no reason to not think that she wasn't as keen as I was. She also mentions me taking off her bra while she's crying. Firstly, I would never do this. If I ever suspected that she didn't want any advance I was making, I would stop. And also, the way she talks about it in the messages from the time gives the impression that I wasn't even intentionally trying to take off her...
See, the problem he has here, and I don't think it's much more, because I think she's been discredited already, so I could totally believe him here, is we don't know if these dates line up. If she's going to go around, she's going to turn around and say, these were different days. But she obviously...
Well, this one says, like, this is her screenshot. When you started tickling me, it was super cute. I love you. But, oh my God, it's like when you put your hand on my top and my bra came off. He's right. It sounds like an accident. It doesn't sound malicious, even from her own fucking DM.
God. Well, if it's the same time, she's going to say, this is a different time where he took my bra off when I was...
Then you got to show a different screenshot.
Yeah, I guess so.
Bra, which I wasn't.
How many times does your bra fall off when you're crying?
My wife every night.
In general, this was a kind of awkward teenage situation. We were both kind of trying to guess what the other...
If you look like us naked, you cry too.
...wanted and catered to that. She also mentions that I was...
Actually, you're pretty chubby, come to think of it, Nick. You know exactly how we feel.
...asking for a blowjob. It probably came up in conversation, maybe, that, you know, or wouldn't it be cheeky if we did it here? You know, in that way. But I never honestly... wanted or expected one from her, especially in a public place. And then we've got the DMs that she released, beginning with the most bandied around ones. These are jokes, not good jokes, not acceptable jokes, not appropriate jokes, not...
Let's see. Yes, I'll be small. Then I rape you. Actually, I started doing it to rape time since we do it around the house now. I'm not even kidding. You know that? I swear to God.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it saying it's rape time if it's a consensual joke between two consenting adults.
Oh, I do it every time.
Whatever the fuck you call that.
Hey, baby! It's rape time!
Not funny jokes. And honestly, they're probably going to haunt me until the day I die.
They will. I'll be goofing on you. And I'm glad you got off.
Probably the worst messages ever sent by man. But... they are jokes, and they are taken out of context and put into a much, much worse one.
And they look like jokes when she released them. They did not. I didn't buy that day. I mean, it was comical. I remember me and Augie just laughing like a bunch of fucking girls. I didn't buy that for a second. Who the fuck says that?
And at the time, especially in my friend groups and social circles, online and offline, edgy humor like this was...
common.
Cool. It was funny.
Still
Obviously,
is.
in hindsight, it's
just don't get caught.
Not very funny, and it's not appropriate. If you told me that these made her uncomfortable, I would be inclined to believe you. And over the course of this relationship, there are plenty of things that I do regret. There are plenty of things I wish I could take back, and if I could, I would in a heartbeat. You know, I was...
That's a lot of money, I guess,
emotionally...
for a person of color.
Can we just acknowledge that these are kids and they don't know what they're doing, and then they probably watch some softcore porn and try to copy it? Yeah, probably.
Unavailable. I didn't give you the support you needed. I was overly focused on certain physical things. I was a controlling asshole, you know? I was a dick, and I'm sorry for that.
But not a rapist. And that's important.
That's a lot of money, I guess, for a person of color.
It's probably my biggest regret in life, and if I could go back and change it, then I would. So yeah, I've apologized for that before, I'm apologizing now, and I'll apologize as many times as I need to. It's something I do regret and that I am ashamed of.
All right, I've had enough. If you want to watch the next go ahead. Slazo called My Size, 18,000 views. Just produced. Go check it out. I'm done. I want to take some calls, I think. And put Slazo in the title.
Lieutenant Cobra's in here.
What the fuck's he want? What'd he say?
He's in the chat saying, "Yes, Tommy, right."
Is he? Fuck off. Go accuse somebody else. Jerk. I'm going to put Memeology's thing in here just to be weird.
We can't even defend that video. We can't.
Don't worry.
It's just bad.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if it's.
You know what? I don't
care.
Fucking bad.
I don't care. You still accuse people. You're still out of your mind, kid. Everybody came out for you to defend you. They went out of their way for you, dude. Like crazy, like, and you just all you did was burn bridges after that. Oh, whatever. It was a bad move. Bad move. Oh, look, there's Memeology. Ooh.
Antonio Chavez.
Antonio Chavez. You talk to me like a man. I didn't kill nobody. All right, let's go take some calls. Fuck it. Bye. You want to go to waiting call? Go ahead. If not, I'd happily go down the street and buy a soda because I'm thirsty and it's wicked hot over here. So we have the weaponizers. We have Slazo. Looks like at least 9 minutes and 46 seconds in that he's got receipts. You want to see the rest of it? I guess we can't put him.
He could totally fuck up in the next fucking 20 minutes in that video because there's like 26 total minutes there.
Yeah.
He could absolutely drive this right into the ground, but right now, 9 minutes in, we're looking positive.
He's looking good. So go check yourself. We're not going to put final judgment. I've lost trust for her. The best case scenario for her now is for me not to believe either of them.
I'm sure if you want to see the rest of it, it'll be on probably on Augie's show.
I don't think he'll be deleting that. Oh yeah, Augie would catch it. So Augie and Blowbacks will go into great detail about this.
Oh look,
that,
David is Gaming is here. Isn't that the guy who called me an asshole for making fun of that cuck Bunty King?
Bunty, you didn't think Bunty asked for it?
No, Bunty didn't ask for it. No means yes, and yes means Bunty's a cuck.
Fucking good. Yeah. Get good. Do you have any projects coming up?
I do have a video.
Oh, dude.
I do have a video. It'll be coming out very soon.
Okay, good. Look for next video. Leader, you're on the air. Aaron Sutherland, thanks for the subscription.
Oh, how are we doing, Tommy?
What do you got for me? Open phones.
I'm sorry, let me just mute this streaming.
iDubbbz did not drop a content cop. Go fuck yourself, Gabe.
I kind of
What's up?
Okay, I kind of disagree with you with the whole Keemstar thing.
Go ahead.
I think that Keemstar, like, he brought on someone that knowingly had a history of, mental breakdowns. I think that Keem's record on, the way Keem handles things like people who are under mental strain and people who have mental
That's
disorders.
a lot of money, I guess, for a person of color.
He's very flippant with them. He treats like that group. He doesn't have much respect for people who have depression, anxiety. At least that's the way I've seen,
I would have people who also fake depression, anxiety all the time.
It's a big
issue for every person who fakes it. 7 to 10 people with real depression are going to be faulted for it. And I'm sorry, there's nothing that says that Etika's mental breakdown was real.
Nothing.
Well,
there's actually
he was
evidence.
taken out by police. That doesn't mean it. That doesn't mean it was fabricated.
Taken to a
yeah,
loony bin.
and then he was let out.
And then he was let out. But in fairness, they can't keep anybody in.
He admits in his own video that he took it a little too far.
So
in his own suicide video, he took it too far.
He admits that.
Listen, it's easy to say from hindsight that we know he was telling the truth. It's not easy at the time. You have to be
not
skeptical. They're skeptics.
No, I agree with you. You have to be skeptical, but I think Keemstar and the way he treated this, he brought on someone that had gone to a mental hospital that was clearly suffering from some kind of.
I don't think it was that. Was it that clear? Because I wouldn't have done the video on it. I don't remember you saying to me.
He's also an entertainer who makes entertaining content.
Keemstar deals with lying sacks of shit all the time. People use his platform to gain attention when they're doing crazy things. I think there was, I think there was, look, I'll give you this. Keemstar seems to treat mental illness. He seems to have a disdain for it. He's pretty much upfront about that. But to sit there and say that he knew, he's not a doctor.
Money, I guess.
And to be honest, thank you, Jim. Haven't donated a while. Here's some. Thank you so much, Jim the Grackle. If I remember correctly, Etika got the media's portraying it that they put this guy out of his mind and he took advantage of, and Keem took advantage of him. If I remember correctly, Etika was getting the better of him.
No, that's fine, and I agree. Yeah. Within that interview, I'm sure, it does come off with this show that he put on he did seem to get the better of Keemstar there. But looking back on it, the way Keem portrayed him is this dude's crazy. He's a nut job. He's abandoned his friends and all of this shit. And I can't Keemstar may not have known. What Keemstar, he didn't have to believe it, he didn't have to doubt it, but at the same time, he called the dude a fucking nutter. And this guy had it was in murky waters whether he believed it or whether he believed he was or not. There was at least a coin flip that this guy was going through serious mental trouble, or this guy was struggling.
But see, the thing is, you said it yourself. It's a hindsight thing. We know now. Now Keem's a bad guy. What about Fousey YouTube last summer? If you remember, I was on here saying, Keem, this is the guy, and then if that guy kills himself, is Clown a bad guy for making a video on him?
I think that Clown hasn't shown the disdain for the way for anxiety, for depression.
But that's not what Keem's in trouble for. Keem's in trouble for putting the guy on. He's not in trouble for his past statements on mental illness. He's in trouble because he put him on. And there's
your
nothing.
Your argument stems from the fact that Keemstar has a problem in the past with misidentifying what mental health is and making a lot of bad comments toward the blanket term of mental health. That's why Keem looks like a dick. Yeah.
And that Keemstar, from considering all what you just said, Nicholas, that he mishandled this, and that I feel as if if he had a little bit of consideration, if he thought about it for a moment, this guy could actually be in serious trouble. Yeah. Perhaps he wouldn't have gone and said those things about him. I gotta be honest with you. Hindsight. I agree with you.
I gotta be honest with you. I'd have put him on.
He made a mistake. He's very. You can criticize Keemstar.
Yeah, fair enough.
But the people who are, I'm not mad at you for criticizing him. I'm mad at the people who are coming out saying that he is the reason this man killed himself. I'm mad at the articles that are coming out that are saying he sipped a drink and giggled while the obvious depressed man was talking when it really wasn't black and white. He wasn't gonna kill himself in that moment. He even admitted in his video.
I 100% agree with you on all of those points. There are so many people out there who said, this is the reason why he died. That's not... Right? I don't know this. I look back at the way Keem handled the Etika interview and how Keem treated him. And
Can I straw man you for a second? Can I straw man you for a second? Let me try to get this straight. So what you're saying is... So what you're saying is, if Keem hadn't had so much prior disdain for the mentally ill, that he might have had the judgment to realize that this was not a person to put on. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe not necessarily I don't necessarily disagree that he didn't have to bring him on.
Okay.
But I disagree with the way he also handled the interview. He called the dude crazy and he paraded it as, he made all these jokes for his 5-year-old audience, about this guy who's who could be having a serious mental breakdown right now.
Could be. That's the operative word.
I wouldn't want, if I was coming off that high, that high where I'm going online saying, I'm the fucking Antichrist, and then he comes down and he looks at his favorite YouTuber, Keemstar, and the way that's portrayed, and he says, this is the way everyone sees me. I am a fucking nutjob. I don't know. I feel as if that was a disservice to.
Look, in hindsight, what makes you think he should have known then? You haven't answered that.
No, yeah, I'm not saying he necessarily.
Willie Mac brings up a great point. I'm sorry, Etika was fucking crazy. Yeah. He absolutely was fucking crazy.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
I didn't believe it. I thought he was crazy like a fox.
Whether he was being manipulative on purpose or that was just the chemicals in his brain, it's natural to hear someone call themselves the Antichrist. What you don't understand is you clearly don't live in New York. There are people on the side of the road who think they're the Antichrist every single day in the subways. This isn't. People gather around and stare at the weird guy sitting there going that God is a myth and I'm going to fucking put heroin up my asshole. People do this.
It's every day in New York.
Or perhaps I don't understand the New York.
It's so common around.
Yeah, maybe.
But to me, I still think that Keemstar could have handled that interview a little bit more delicately. He could have thought about it beforehand. It's just my thoughts. I don't think that Keemstar's responsible.
If Keem was,
that's a lot of money, I guess.
Thanks so much.
David is Gaming says could be threats of suicide should always be taken seriously. Okay, well if you'd like to go cite Etika's suicide video, he starts it off saying, "I was never suicidal before. I really wasn't." When he makes this video. And in that drama where he called himself the Antichrist, he was making a lot of suicidal tweets, which leads me to believe that not everything was as it seems with Mr. Hindsight intact.
Here's another thing.
Think he was suicidal when he was carried out.
Here's another thing. Here's another thing. What would taking his threat of suicide seriously, which he didn't make a threat. I don't think he made a threat of suicide back then or prior to going on. So, but let's say he did. Would that have saved his life? Being not on drama alert, would that have changed this outcome? Probably not. From what Etika was saying, he just did it. He did what everybody else in my life that committed suicide did. Shut the fuck everybody and just did it. There was no real warning other than, I guess, the Keemstar thing, which could have been taken a bunch of different ways. You know? Yeah. It's tough. It makes it harder that he was a YouTuber.
It wouldn't be one of the leading fucking causes of death in the United States. Yeah. If it was so easy for everyone to figure it out, and to think that everybody who says they're suicidal is
I talked to a guy. I talked to a doctor today.
There are people who fucking lie about it.
I talked to a doctor today. He told me not to say who he was, but he said most of the time, he goes, you got all these people online saying they knew the symptoms. The doctor told me that it's guesswork with what they do, but he said their guesswork is better. You know, there's no way to tell. Nobody on earth, even doctors. There's certain things that they know, and they're better, judges of it. But certainly Keem's not one of them, and you could still get it wrong. So I mean, pointing fingers at Keem just seems stupid and in a hindsight argument, and I don't think it helps. I don't think it helps Etika.
Who could have helped Etika?
It doesn't.
Who could have helped Etika?
I'll tell you what else it doesn't help. Fucking mental illness awareness. You know who it does help? People who want to shove mental illness awareness down your fucking throat and say, "Oh, he died. This is my chance to look like a fucking hero." That's who it benefits the most.
Who could have helped Etika?
Nobody.
Keem helped Etika. No,
Adam tried.
I don't think anyone
could any of the commenters of the videos help Etika? Could any of the guys who wrongfully put clowns on his Instagram? Could those guys have helped Etika? No, the only person who could have helped Etika was Etika, and he apologized to every fucking one of us for not getting that help. So I don't understand why we're.
I don't even blame Etika. I don't even blame Etika.
I don't blame Etika either.
I don't blame them all. And I have blamed. Sometimes there's a few situations I can think of where I do think it was the individual. They say a series of bad decisions. And
these
just
people on Twitter, they act like he's fucking legal guardian.
Yeah,
or his fucking parents.
He's 29 years old.
That's a lot of money, I guess, for a person of color.
It's
fucking tragic. What happened to him is fucking.
It isn't that you should harp on Keem. It's cruel to jump on a person who couldn't have foreseen his help. I can't. Like I would love to bury him. I just can't do it in good conscience. I really can't. I would absolutely love it. This guy has made my life a living hell. He's affected my growth permanently. My news channel was growing like ridiculous last 2 days. I said what I felt about Keem. I did it on my news channel, and people are pissed off at me, and now it's not growing at all again. I really, really believe from the bottom of my heart that he couldn't have done anything about this. For Christ's sakes, if I thought that he could do something, if the outcome were to change, if I could fucking, split hairs and say he could have handled it a little better, I would have done it. But I can't. You know why? Because I don't think anything could have stopped that. And it's sad, and it sucks, but nothing could have stopped it. So I'm not going to waste my fucking breath and sit there and stand on my high horse and say, "Oh, you could have stopped it, Keem." Yeah, fuck off. And all you guys in the chat that think something could have been done about this, you're out of your fucking mind. Most of you are probably
And
crazy yourself.
If you think any situation where a YouTuber goes, I'm suicidal, as a reaction to doing something stupid in a drama, and thinks that it's just going to stop dead there and everyone's going to understand, it's not. That's not how it fucking works. There's
I'm
a skepticism, the natural skepticism that comes to everything. And every idiot who goes and ruins it for everyone by lying, it's just that's what the connotation is created from.
I don't know.
I think
And,
Willie said it best a couple minutes ago. You know, if this whole situation would have turned out differently and people would have found Etika and him being alive and put in a hospital, jokes still would have been, people would still be ragging on him.
Sure.
Oh my god, they would be bashing him.
Worse.
He would be. Someone would. If the fucking water didn't kill him and he was fucking faking it, somebody else probably would have gone after him for the amount of shit that would have caused. That the amount of the way the internet would have exploded. Fidel Cashflow says it great. If Tommy could blame Keem, he would.
I would.
Absolutely would.
And by the way, this almost happened with the Fousey Tube because I saw this there. I thought it was going to be him. I was wrong. It looked like,
could have
you know,
been. It
here's another thing.
genuinely
Looking back at
could
the
have been him.
Fousey Tube thing, maybe it was the same thing that Etika had.
I'm inclined
He
to
just
believe
didn't
it
kill
was.
himself.
I'm inclined to believe it was.
What?
I'm inclined to believe it was now. I was talking about this with Willie.
You know? Who knows? We don't know. The point is we don't know. And the only one who really can listen to is a doctor. Keem's not a doctor. It's not really fair to hold him that standard. And he's doing what he usually does. I guarantee if it was a reaction commentator that went nuts, you all be happy right now. God. Good thing it wasn't Scrubby that went nuts. Everybody be cheering him. God damn.
Sorry for bringing this topic up again, Tommy.
It's okay,
I didn't,
buddy.
You know, I didn't want to like bring you to this place again.
No, it's
you
all
know,
right. I got to entertain people.
I still.
You making me excited is good. It's good for the show. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, bud. Take care, leader. I love you to death. Take care.
That's a lot of money, I guess, for
Okay,
a person of color.
Leader's a good guy. Leader's a good guy. That's a lot of money. Why are people even focused on this energy on Keem? Well, I think the difference is, Jim, is because it was an article. And
I just typed this, but David is gaming when you're social media and fame was the cause. Mental illness was
the cause.
only cause.
It doesn't matter what you say to me. I'm not jumping.
What killed him.
I'm not jumping in the Rhine River no matter what the fuck you say to me. And even if it was, what are we going to do? We're all going to curb our language and say, like, if only the world didn't say mean things, Etika wouldn't have jumped. Bullshit. The guy was a manic depressive. Bullshit. Nothing. He made that video knowing he would be dead by the time you saw it. We can't fucking fix our whole society and shut people up, and you can't say rude or inconsiderate things. And because first of all, it wouldn't work. Second of all, it's wrong to tell people to shut up and say they can't say certain things. All right, I get holding like Antonio Mewology accountable for the rotten things he said. All right, I get that. But now we're going the next thing. Well, if we all just did this or we all just did that. Oh, come on. You don't know that any more than you knew Etika was sick or that sick. That's the truth.
Keem chose to exploit it of sound mind. Yes, because he didn't fucking believe it was real.
Neither did I.
Anybody could
you know
have come
what?
to that
If
conclusion.
you think he's horrible, then I am too.
I went back and forth on it myself.
Jay, I want to interview you. Is that really him? No, it's probably not him. Go check. You need to come on. Is that him? Yes, it is. Jay, we got to do an interview. Jay, we've been hard on you, buddy. You told me I could go hard on you, man. We've been pretty hard. You gotta. How do I get in touch with him? Wouldn't it be great if we got a J Station interview?
Oh God.
You guys, see, you pissed off my team. I want to interview Jay. You want a hardcore interview? Balls to the wall, buddy. I'll give it to you. I'll be fair. All right, let's get some people.
Keemstar just put out a statement saying something nice, I guess.
About what?
I think I read the first sentence.
It's about he was gonna make a drama alert and all that today, but he's basically explaining how he feels about this whole situation.
I don't know. I don't know if he feels awful or not. Be honest with you, but it's not fair. It doesn't matter what he feels. It matters that he didn't do a thing. God, he makes fun of people every day, and one of the guys that he makes fun of actually kills himself, and all of a sudden it's his fault. Get the fuck out of here. I mean, that could have been easily been. You know, some of you guys in the fans, you're real big fans of me, right? You think I should, like, I made an offhanded comment to some YouTuber and he jumps off a bridge and I should lose everything? Get the fuck out of here. I don't want that. Like, if you're going to get Keem, get him on Doxing, Just Destiny. Get him out running with Zoom. Get him all the rotten shit he ever did.
They don't care about that stuff. It doesn't involve mental health. They
It doesn't involve mental health. It
it.
doesn't involve a fucking, a hot button issue. There's more evidence for that shit. New Age Cuck, you're on the air.
How's it going?
How are you?
I'm good.
Okay.
Yes.
How can I help you?
Yes, it's pretty obvious that people are using his name for clout right now.
I suppose. I mean, there's some people that are legitimately upset. There's some people using their name for clout. There's some people that are using their name for a political agenda. It's all wrong. If that. It's just like, I don't know. And the problem is you can't tell, kind of like you couldn't tell Etika was that sick, what's doing what. But I don't know. It's just like when people are using it to get even, and as much as I'd love to get even with Keem, this is not it. This is not the one you want. I'm sorry.
I think you just drop it.
I'd bury it. Well, I probably should drop it after this, huh? Yeah, this is the last one. Yeah, you're right. Probably should drop it. Unless something happens, if there's a new report, I'm dropping it. Good idea. Good deal, New Age Cuck.
God, Turkey Tom sounds like us right now on Twitter.
Oh, does he? He changed his thing.
Remember when these guys or the rest of YouTube called Slazo a rapist? Yeah? Honk honk. And he sent the video out. And he's like, oh my God. He's just fucking... He's doing what we did to iNabber.
All right. And no disrespect, Dave. We can agree to disagree. David is gaming. But I'm sorry. I gotta... better that... I mean, we fucked each other up 3 years ago, buddy.
I don't know. I haven't seen him make a good take yet, and I've only known him for about a month.
I'm not crazy about his takes either.
Yeah, I haven't seen him say anything wrong.
Look, if you're gonna do it right. Not on this. Not this one. Not on this poor kid's head. If you're gonna clip Keem, not on this one. Not on that kid's death. It's not right. Not even for me. That's all I'm saying, buddy. If you're still listening. New Age Cuck, you ever get blown up before?
No.
Yeah, good. Send this fucking pops up the stand. I thought somebody else in there was going to take a call, but nah, I guess not. Yeah, I want to get into this shit where, oh, well, you can't say this and you can't say that because you could use that to shut people up. Somebody might kill themselves. Yeah, I know. No. I don't know. I think we should drop it. What do you think?
Yeah.
I want to interview J Station. I guess without you sound like you want to tear him apart.
No, I don't. I don't
he's
even think he made the worst video.
He needs an honest interview.
I just don't want him to flag down my re-upload that has a 10% speed every time he says the word bruh.
He probably thinks that. Here's the thing about Jay. He doesn't give a fuck. If you make fun of him, he doesn't care. I don't believe in depression in my household. I believe if you're sad, work harder. How's that? Oh, I agree with you too, Dave. I don't know. I get him for something clean. He was doing his fucking stupid fucking gossip channel job. He didn't hurt that poor kid. You know what it is? A lot of people don't know how to mourn. Because it's hard. And a lot of young people are in there. They don't know how to do it yet. It took me a long time to figure it out, too. So I'm no better than the rest of you. It's hard to mourn. It's hard to say goodbye. It hurts. It hurts bad. That's a quote from Keem.
Oh my God. Gamer J.
Jeez.
Lee just put me in a tweet conversation and oh my God, this person is brain dead.
Well, Dave, I didn't say that he was a good guy. I don't know that I've ever said that. Except when I was impeded. All right. Let's put Jim the Crackle. He donated. Thanks for the donations today, Jim the Crackle. You're on the air. You left, you fucking prick! All right, last guy, Vega.
I'm sorry. Did I hear somebody say a woman lied about a guy? What happened?
Can't trust bitches, huh?
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
I'm sorry. I wanted to clarify that. We kind of sped right through that, didn't
Yes,
we?
we did. Well, we don't know.
Isn't that weird when you're like, hey man, maybe y'all motherfuckers should be waiting to see what the guy says because girls are crazy. Girls are crazy.
Have you ever been lied about in this context?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I think if you're at a certain age, buddy, that's happened to you at bare minimum one time, and you have probably been a person that a woman has told this guy is a piece of shit, he's an asshole, and
he
then
grabbed my breast, or
yeah,
it probably happens all the
yeah,
time.
he did something. You meet him one day, and it's like, wow, this guy is chill. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, everybody's full of shit, dude. Everybody. The guy's full of shit. The girl's full of shit. That's why you stay out of relationship stuff. And this online shit of how this is all magical and oh my god, me too, and all, like, come on, dog. Get the fuck out.
Keemstar's Airbnb wants a bathtub.
I wonder why.
Oh god, I love that. I love that.
Keemstar's
meme with
Airbnb.
Yo, and that Keemstar thing. This guy has how many fucking followers? How many times do you think somebody has fucking pretended or bullshitted that guy, dude?
Yeah. That's what I thought. Like
many times?
Somebody said to me today, it's common sense that he was sick. All right. And I think the guy that said it to me. Oh no, but I think the guy said it to me. The guy I was talking to on Twitter today, I talked to him. He picked up on it. Dave did too, by the way. Dave called it day one. He knew. Okay, he saw it immediately. All right, still a coin flip at the end of the day, but this guy saw it. So I said to him, he goes to me, it's common sense that Keem should have known. And I said, be honest with you, put yourself in Keem's shoes. It's common sense he's being lied to. It's common sense that somebody's looking for attention because 99.9% of the time, that's the case. So there's no reason. There's no reason to hold this against him. If you want to, look, he said rotten shit about mental illness. The guy's a fucking sociopath. He doesn't seem to care about anybody but himself and his YouTube channel and his clout, and he'll do anything to get even with people. I'm sorry. You want to go that route? We can talk all fucking day, but not this one. Sorry.
I think I laughed when all that came out because I was like, out of all the shit you could get this guy on, you're gonna get him for some shit he didn't do. What the fuck, dude? Everything's so ass.
That. All right, Dave. I like that. Keem didn't know because he doesn't believe in mental health issues. He's probably expressed that. He's just a dumbass with a beard. Okay. We agree.
Also,
all right, Jim the Crackle, you're on the air. You're supposed to let me introduce you, Crackle. Just because you donated a lot of money, Crackle, doesn't mean you can do what you want, Crackle. Go ahead.
I'm so sorry. Oh, man. But it's also, like, what's obvious to one person isn't obvious to another. So, like, that whole, like, it was obvious he was mental. That's just, like, that's a fucking asshole. Like, for real. I didn't notice. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I didn't know.
It's
like... it makes you feel so helpless, too. Because everybody thinks now that if they just knew Etika, they could have done something. And I feel that way, too. I bet I could have done it. I bet I could have been the hero. The odds are you're wrong.
Exactly. Like, nobody could have helped besides him. And he didn't do it in time.
Barring of tackling him. Nobody could have helped. And that would only put it off another 24 hours.
Exactly. Like,
yeah.
What was anyone going to do? I really think blaming Keem is just like a dick move. Like it doesn't help anyone. It only makes things
that's
worse.
The thing. It doesn't. That's the thing. If I thought if it helped people, I wouldn't even care. It's not helping.
Yeah.
It's just it's helping grandstanders. That's it.
Exactly.
And you know what? They care about it much about mental illness as Keem does. In a lot of cases, not everybody, but in a lot of cases.
You know what sucks too? That dude, when he made that video, me and Nick watched it moments after it was fucking dropped, right? Dude, after that shit was dropped, he was like gone.
He's gone. He's already gone.
When it was released, or when he
probably
was
jumped
it like 5-10 minutes after he was gone.
He's gone.
So nobody could even after that video go out. And
I think he was gone. I think the video was scheduled. The video was scheduled because it was light out. The video. He was gone by the time you saw it.
That's
So he couldn't even do anything about it.
Either
That's
that
what
or
he
he
could have
fucking
done.
clicked upload and then just put his phone down and jumped.
What the fuck was anyone going to do?
He must have walked because he's by the Brooklyn Bridge, and they think he jumped from the Manhattan Bridge. That's a hell of a walk. But
but I'm sure he was contacting people, saying goodbye.
It's not undoable, you know.
And why wouldn't you take your last walk as the final walk to see New York? You know what I mean?
You see that beautiful skyline, those bridges where you grew up. Oh God, now I'm getting choked up there.
The point is that even after that, everybody should, even if you realize, oh fuck, this isn't a joke, there's nothing you could have done anyway, because the guy was gone.
And like, especially just with how his personality was, he was like an entertainer and just all this stuff. Like, how is, like, this could have been anything. Yeah. Like, it perceived through Keem's line of work, like he deals with like just a YouTuber kind of people all the time. Yeah. How the fuck was he supposed to know this was different?
I don't know. Jay, like, I can't do you today. I got to end this because I have a deal with my neighbors. Get in touch with, go to hiring and how to get in touch with me, and we'll talk offline. Today's probably not. You can join that server if you want, but we'll talk another time or DM another time and kind of work this whole thing out. But I think we got to call it a night, fellas. All right, nice to meet you, Grackle. Thanks for the donations. I do appreciate it.
Nice to meet you too.
Take care, buddy. Bye-bye. And that's enough. That's enough, everybody. I think it's time to put this one to bed. I think we have milked it enough. I've said everything I need to say, unless there's some kind of development. I doubt it. Because YouTubers, if they're gonna blame this thing for you, I'm out. You're on your own.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she about to catch a pedigree. Chi-town, the king's home, slapping fives, black stones, 6 mile to danger zones. Bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated the evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me lead them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe. Here's a headline.